Hello, my name is Darius, and today we're going to go over the monthly challenges for Legends of Runeterra, the Path of Champions, for the month of April 2025. If you're watching in the future, this probably doesn't help you at all. And to start with, we have Challenge 11. This is Fiora and Yasuo. Special rules are animated armor, all units have formidable. Natural magic, all cards cost 2 less. Survival of the fittest, round start. Obliterate the foe's weakest unit to grant double its stats to the foe's strongest unit. And formless magic. Round start, create a fleeting deny in the foe's hand. It costs 2. For this, we're going to be using Master Yi. Basically, whenever you see natural magic, you should be using Master Yi. And I'm going to pause the video so I can find him. For relics, I am using Chameleon's Necklace, Full Build, and Banshee's Veil. Banshee's Veil will prevent 1 stun, and it shouldn't actually matter because once we attack, we win the game. Chameleon's Necklace, if you have epics, use Echoing Spirit instead. It is much better. And we have Full Build to give us the Challenger. This should be chosen by the stars if you have epic relics. Most of the builds I use are perfectly fine and don't change much regardless. I think Master Yi is one of the ones that actually does benefit a lot from having the epic relics. I think it makes a massive difference. Minus cost doesn't actually matter for the obvious reason. You already have -2 costs. Spirit Stone is probably pretty good. Not sure how yet, but I feel like it has to be. And we go into Fiora, whose power is Time to Duel. When one of the foe's allies challenges an enemy, give the ally tough this round. And you do want to draw your Master Yi, so try to do that. That's another thing Echoing Spirit really helps with. We can just drop him. Drop the River Shaper too while we're at it. Just block both of these units. They are formidable, so giving them plus attack isn't actually going to be beneficial. So this is going to take a little bit longer than usual to stack up the defenses. But we do have Meditate, which is just fine.
A new legacy.
So Fiora can't actually do anything to stop you, so you can just attack. We are gonna need a little bit more firepower though. This is only 1, which doesn't help. But it does get a card out of her hand, which is actually important. And again, since it's formidable, the only thing that matters is our defense here. When we attack, it should auto-strike. Sure. There are a lot of good options there. I wasn't sure which one I wanted. Or if I wanted to reroll in hopes of something better. Could do nothing here. Obviously I chose against doing nothing. Not sure why. I think that was a mistake. You gotta just get rid of all these cards out of your hand. Otherwise, when you play, your hand gets over full and you end up burning cards. Burning your champions can be bad. Although we do have double Lux in hand, which means that we can't draw into Lux. Every time we play Wuju style, we're going to draw into Master Yi specifically, which is fine. We are, able to be stunned once here. And for some reason I thought I had leveled, but I did not. So we're going to have to spend a couple more. This is why the overwhelm is so important. And Spell Shield is preventing that stun from mattering. Level up, win the game. Kinda took a long time. Without animated armor that would have gone much, much faster. But it's fine, a win is a win. Challenge 12 is Lee Sin. Special rules are Nautical Nuisance. Round start, refill all players' spell mana, and Gathering Storm when the foe's units attack, stun the player's weakest unit, and the foe draws 1. For this we're using Darius, relics are Stalker's Blade, and 2 Scourge's Stash. Idea is that we can play him early and kill something. Always tempted to take Katarina, even if Katarina isn't necessarily the correct thing to do. I want Katarina in the game. I know it's going to be dumb, but I want it. And then we go into Lee Sin, whose power is always listening. When the foe's units attack, create 2 resonating strikes in the foe's hand. They cost 0. I have no idea how they're going to balance Katarina, because currently you could just play her infinitely. And yeah, obviously she would just win the game immediately. And that can't be allowed. For obvious reasons. But on the other hand, still sounds kind of fun to me. So.
Never play fair. It's just a nick.
Need to draw more cards. I'm just gonna open attack here. Can drop Darius to kill Lee Sin. Whatever he plays next, probably Lee Sin, we counter with the Katarina. This will give us a rally. We'll also release Lee Sin, which is fine, I guess. I don't know if that matters to me. Just bloody business here. If we do this, he's going to play the 2 resonating strikes and give himself barrier. So we also want to make sure to hit him with something to get rid of that barrier. Then we can attack. Easy. Challenge 13 is Azir and Darius. Special rules are on natural selection. Players' units have Evolve and Embrace the Shadows. The foe's attacking units have +1/+0. For this I am using Misfortune, Grand General's Counterplan, twice, and Lost Chapter. Don't know why I chose Misfortune. I don't know if I was particularly angry at Azir that day, because this is an overreaction for sure. Throwing a 6-star at the 13th challenge is kind of nuts, but I mean, sure. We go into Azir, whose power is the Emperor's Army. Foes sand soldiers everywhere have +2/+0. We are doing a different build than normal on Misfortune. Normally we would be using only epic relics, but because we're doing this with rare relics only, we're going for the more Grand General's counter plan, use a lot of Make It Rain build versus the other one. I like when I just forget how to say words. It happens all the time. Swain's Raven Army, Packed Powder, and probably Misfortune's Relic. That sounds right. And just red card here. We never drew Misfortune, which I guess is fine. Round start summon Powder Monkey is actually super strong. We'll get rid of the card so that hopefully we can draw our champion. We go into Darius, whose power is Hemorrhage. Round end, deal 1 to the player's Nexus for each unit the foe has. Because we do have Shadow Totem, we do want to play Misfortune on round 2. Or whatever round we have the attack token on. Didn't have to be round 2, it just happens to be round 2 this time. Stun was pretty expected. But it's fine, we'll just make it rain here. Don't quite win, it's fine. Anything they do will win us the game at this point. Unless they do nothing. Challenge 14 is Sejuani and Irelia. Special rules are Noxus Discount and Sandboarding. When the foe gets the attack token, they summon a Royaline Sands. For this I'm using Vex, Lost Chapter, Grand General's Counterplan, and Wicked Harvest. I still don't know what the right relics are on Vex, but it hasn't really mattered because I have Vex's 6-star, which just applies Gloom to everything that dies out of combat, I think. Yeah. Which, I mean, just kind of wins the game. So you never really need to think about it. But at some point I should figure out what the right thing is. Because to be perfectly honest, I have no idea. Keep Pie Toss. It's a fun spell. I like tossing pies at people. Could kill it, but I think we can get more out of it later if we keep it alive. Oh, it died anyway. I think we just pass here. And then play a card. The card wasn't very good. I'm just not gonna have champions this run. Double Pie Toss seems fine. Yeah, and we pick up Vex.
We fight together. That brings us together. You're so dispassionately macabre.
Wow, you really get me.
As decreed. Wait. Miles, make it stop. I think you could use a brightening up.
Like, it seems like it has to be incorrect to kill your own units with Wicked Harvest, but on the other hand, you also kill their units, and that's pretty good. And also, as you saw, things just kind of die, so it doesn't matter.
The first land.
Anyway, next we go into Irelia, whose power is Infinite Blade Waltz. When the foe blade dances, they grant their strongest unit +1/+1, and it attacks with the blades.
I dance not to forget, but to remember.
So Irelia is a problem. But it's fine. Just Withering Wail here. And grant her gloom. Should probably come down again right now. So I probably should have waited to play. That's fine.
You'll never understand me. Give me grace enough to mask my doubts.
Gonna let myself get hit by that.
Gaze upon me and despair.
Kinda wanted to kill it out of combat, but it decided to murder itself, so.
Does the name Lightfeather?
I think you could use some brightening up. No, it burns. It burns. No match for Pound.
I was muted that whole time, so just pretend I said all the right things. Can I go back actually? Challenge 15 is Irelia and Draven. Special rules are Blinking Flames, all spells and skills deal 1 extra damage, and Strength and Swiftness. Foes units have Quick Attack. For this we are using Annie. I do not want to end my run early. Relics are 2 Dreadway Chase Gun and Guardian Angel. The reason for the 2 Dreadway Chase Gun is obvious. We're going to do a bunch of extra damage, particularly because of the Blinking Flames, and then the Guardian Angel means that if Annie ever dies, we kind of win the game, because she comes back and does more damage. Like how my voice went up there. And Irelia's power is Infinite Blade Waltz. When the foe's blade dances, they grant their strongest unit +1/+1, and it attacks with the blades. Ideal is that we do get Annie in hand, but if we don't, it's not the end of the world. And we don't. So now I have to convince myself that when I said it wasn't the end of the world, I meant it. Irelia will come down, we'll counter with the Death's Hand.
You drain life from all you touch.
You cannot harm me.
Let the bloodshed begin.
Kill Irelia.
This might
Could have disintegrated there, probably should have. I'm gonna end up doing it anyway.
they'll never know what killed them.
When rhythm takes hold, there is no time for fear.
Should just stun this now before it attacks again. Then we'll play Katarina for the rally, and that'll win the game. Then we go into Draven, whose power is God Among Gladiators. Round end, the foe summons Draven if he isn't in play. When Draven attacks, give him +1, +0, and double attack this round. It's only bad if he levels up. Throat's kind of vibrating right now, which is why I've been muting myself, trying to fix that. I don't even know if you can hear it. And I can't, and it's driving me crazy. Could kill something here. I'm comfortable taking the damage though. I think this is good. John Massel student. Not sure the best way to actually finish this off.
No going back.
Time for the money
I think I can just pass, it's fine. Just Death's Hand here. Challenge 16 is Katarina and Fizz. Special rules are Demacia discount and domination rounds start the foe rallies. For this we're using Yasuo, Double Everfrost, and Tempest Blade. I don't know. I really could not tell you what I'm thinking. This'll work, for sure. Could pick up Mahira. The Kale package here. It's probably fine. I don't know, whatever. I'm not, like, worried about anything. There's no way I'm losing. Nothing good is ahead, so we can reroll in the shop. Try to get something a little bit better. I think Concussive Palm drawing a champion is good.
Ready for trouble.
We go into Katarina, whose power is Inspiring Presence. When the foe plays a champion, grant all other cards +2/+2. That sounds right. Grant their other units.
Let the blood
So close. Kind of bad that we don't have a counter for Katarina here.
Don't let the fluffy tail.
And drop Fade Blade Twirler.
No one gets in my way.
Any stun card would have been good.
No going back.
Could play Yasuo.
Wise words for a dead man.
Carve a path.
Don't think passing is necessarily right, but we had Steel Tempest in hand. So even if they played, it would have been fine.
Now look up.
I follow only one path, my own.
And I don't think Katarina can do anything about this. I don't know, feels like an overreaction. When you start getting deep into the spreadsheet, you kinda lose track of everything. You're just looking at letters and numbers at a certain point. And we go into Fizz, whose power is Mercurial Nature. Round start, the foe creates in hand a fleeting spell that costs 3 or less. From their regions, it costs 1 less.
Don't let the fluffy tail fool you. Here's our chance. Think you're fast?
Get the bleh. Get the Fey Blade Twirlers on the board because they can do something good. Because they grow with every stun you do. So the sooner they're on, the more damage you do.
Underestimate.
You'll fight or you'll swim.
I don't know if they have another card or not.
Destiny waits.
I can choose to not worry about it.
Here's our chance.
about the best a Yasuo can go. Challenge 17 is Caitlyn and Ezreal. Special rules are Ionia discount and endure when the foe summons a unit granted +1/+1. For this we're going to be using Tahm Kench, Troll King's Crown, Berserker's Buckle, and Warmog's Armor. You should grow huge and then just kind of win the game. I'm starting to get tired, I can feel it. Do you want cost reduction if you can get it? I'll take bonus stats.
I'm on the case.
Caitlyn's power is on the case. Round start, the foe plants 1 flash bomb trap in the top 8 cards of the player's deck. Could trade here. I don't think that's right.
Our expert is at work.
Remember, you never saw me.
Not again. Table for one, if you oblige. Aye. So dinner on you then. Ring the flipping bell. Ooh, you wee scrub.
Where there's a will, there's a meal.
Put me in, Tommy boy.
Oh, I'll be happy to accommodate, Pablo.
A little afraid I could get hit for 1 somewhere. But with Berserker's Buckle we'll get up to 5 hit points, so that's fine. And Caitlyn's kind of already dead, so... Wasn't even paying attention to the hit points. Tahm Kench from the mean streets of the bayou. Swallowing his opponents.
Wait, where are we going?
Next we have Ezreal, whose power is target practice. The foe's spells cost 1 round start, create a fleeting static shock in the foe's hand. If the foe has leveled a champion, create a fleeting true shot barrage instead. None of that should bother us at all. Do you want to get Tahm Kench in hand? I assume that they won't static shock Tahm Kench. Seems like it would be a bad play.
Put me in, Tommy boy.
Oh, I'll be happy to accommodate, Pablo.
The world's a big place. Let's see all of it.
It's too late now. Appetizers are plenty.
Don't blink, or you miss me. You're between me and glory.
Where there's a will, there's a meal.
They actually could have survived that if they blocked differently, but they didn't. Challenge 18 is Nautilus and Viego. Special rules are Embrace the Current. When the player plays a spell, they refill 1 spell mana, and Echoes from the Deep. The foe's units have +0/+1. For this we're using Heimerdinger, Evercane Comet, Guardian Angel, and Chemtech Duplicator. I'm not sure any of those things actually matter. If you do have Frozen Tomb, Heimerdinger is one of the better Frozen Tomb options. And we go into Nautilus, whose powers all will drown. When any unit dies, heal the foe's Nexus 1, and the foe tosses 1 if they aren't deep. you know this guy costs 5 whole mana to play? So many manas. Like, what is he doing that's worth 5 whole manas?
Smoke and mirrors.
The black rose blooms once more.
Answers, I have them. Everything can do without praise.
It's kind of anticlimactic, if I'm honest. Spell Shield is good, especially going into Viego. If he has Infinite Dawning Shadow, which he does sometimes, that can be a problem. So, go into Viego, whose power is Sovereign's Domination. Round start, the foe summons an ephemeral copy of the player's strongest follower that died last round. I don't know if I care about that. Probably just can't let anything too huge die. This hand is fine. Probably just stalling till round 4 anyway, where we can get Heimer on board. If we block, they'll get an ephemeral copy, but it's our attack, so it doesn't really matter. Could kill something here. I think that's probably worthwhile. Could have hex obliterated the Curse Keeper, then a second unit would have come out of it. That probably would have been better. And we can get Heimer on board, they can't quite get Viego, but they could have Vengeance. So we don't want to get hit by Vengeance. Withering Mist is fine. And we pass. Here's Viego. This is burst, so we can just let them attack.
Anticipated outcome. Behold,
Drop our T-hexes.
couldn't be done. Bubbles off.
Don't think this is winning. So I do want to get something else on board. Or remove some of their units.
Round it goes.
Challenge 19 is Draven and Caitlyn. Special rules are Dying Laughing, game start, all players summon a 0/10 Phantom Prankster and read as her lips. Round start, deal 1 to all units, then grant the foe's units +0/+1. For this we are using Misfortune, Double Grand General's Counterplan, and Lost Chapter. Last time we tried this we didn't draw Misfortune, but it didn't matter at all. And I suspect the same thing will happen here. Bonuses on Make It Rain actually sound pretty good. We go into Draven, whose power is God Among Gladiators. Round end, the foe summons Draven if he isn't in play. When Draven attacks, give him +1/+0 and double attack this round. Wonder if Draven gets his own venture. If you're gonna be have more than one Draven in play. I think that would be anti-thematic, so probably not. It'd be kind of funny.
Let's get through.
Plenty of killing left.
Victory requires a sharp blade.
Get lost chapter here. So let's say
Nothing but powder monkeys.
they were to challenge, which they didn't. So I guess we don't have to talk about it.
Shuck and sing
So we attack.
No. Love ya.
Even
Just one.
I'm on the case. I'm on the case.
And we go into Caitlyn, whose power is on the case. Round start, the foe plants one flash bomb trap in the top 8 cards of the player's deck. That won't be a problem as long as we keep one Grand General's counter plan in hand. That'll keep us safe.
Nothing but powder monkeys. Love ya.
Well, what have we here?
So ideally, Caitlyn attacks us, and then we can use Make It Rain then, and then take advantage of the 6-star ability, but she's not going to attack us.
Love ya. That's why
And finally we have Misfortune and Lee Sin. This is probably the reason I chose to use Misfortune for all of those. Special rules are Merciless Marksman, game start, all players summon a Crackshot Corsair, and Fixer Upper round start give the foe's weakness unit +3/+3 this round. Same build, double Grand Generals and Lost Chapter. Bonuses to Make It Rain are good. Bonuses to Misfortune are usually good. Then we go into Misfortune, whose power is Boarding Party. When the foe's units attack, deal 1 to the player's battling units and the player's Nexus. We are going to counter that with Make It Rain, hopefully.
I never lose. Ready? Aim. I've got us covered.
Hey there, Red. Well, that's one fantasy come true.
Time for captain's orders. Bullet to the face.
I could lose my units and not take damage here, but there's kind of no reason to. We're just going to attack and win the game. That would have happened regardless, so... Almost all of these were a double adventure, only one of them wasn't. Remove your worst card. Slippery Wave Rider. It's not bad, just we're never going to play him because he costs too much. Then we go into Lee Sin, whose power is always listening. When the foe's units attack, create 2 resonating strikes in the foe's hand. They cost 0. So it'll be harder than normal to kill Lee Sin. With Make It Rain, we'll need to use 2 because he can give himself barrier at any time. I think we could do here, if we were so inclined, is to attack, pull like this, and Make It Rain. But I think if we pass, he'll play. We didn't. That didn't happen.
Dragon spirit.
Ready, willing, and learning.
Captain's orders. Pull it to
Not sure what happens if we do this.
What do you fight?
Fun. Mostly.
So we attack here. Double Make It Rain.
I will not hold back.
love ya.
I won't stand by.
Cover me, Crackshaw. You got it, Captain.
So we're gonna double up here and then Make It Rain.
Never stop shooting.
My friends.
That's how we do.
That is that. That R's all the challenges from 11 to 20 of the April 2025 monthly challenges. I clearly need to sleep because I am not making sense and I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, we obviously didn't face anything difficult here. I mean, obviously Misfortune at 6-star was strong. I think it'd be roughly the same at 3-star. Obviously you get less of a damage bonus while they're in combat, which is a great way to turn Make It Rain into a defensive. But, I mean, if you throw enough of them at the wall, it still kills your opponent. So, should be fine. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.